You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech, featuring a weekly roundup of tech news and gossip. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Geek.Nerd.Tech.
Welcome to Geek.Nerd.Tech, the show where we break down nerd culture, tech news from a black and brown geek perspective. I'm Joe Braswell. I'm joined, as always, today by my man, Achilles Shine.
What's good, bruh?
How you doing?
Chilling, man.
You all right over there? You doing
I'm all right over here, man. Living large, bruh. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We're all doing something. You know, Achilles and I are doing some diet stuff. We're also joined by the lovely Alexis Torres.
Hi,
Alexis.
I'm
Alexis
good.
is under the weather, but still
I am under the weather, but
made
I'm
it to
here
panel.
for you guys.
You're knocking it out. You're
Talk
knocking
about
it out.
video games.
Alexis is on panel today because she's lovely, but why she's powering it through her sickness is we're talking about E3, the wonderful video game convention, the Electronics Entertainment Expo. Was it Entertainment Electronic Expo? I can't remember which one.
Entertainment Electronic Expo.
I know there's 3 E's.
Yes.
E3, the Entertainment Electronic Expo. That is 3 days. It ended today it ends yesterday. Because this is the 19th, of course. It ended yesterday on Thursday, and it was 3 days of power and video games and a huge display of force from all these companies. Tons and tons of money being spent on all of downtown Los Angeles in sort of presence and advertising and billboards and marketing and activations. And on the casino floor, on the convention floor itself, you had also tons and tons of stuff. I was in Vegas, actually, clearly. It's in downtown Los Angeles. So, Akila and I are both there. Alexis was not. We just want to talk E3 because there was a lot of stuff going on there. I want to ask you just first. Well, first of all, have you been to an E3 yet?
No.
Oh, shit. We should.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's okay. It's all good.
No, it's not. I did not know that.
I've been a very big part of watching the live streams as much as I can.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't had the privilege
pleasure.
to go.
I'm disappointed to hear that, honestly.
We
okay.
will 100%.
It's on my bucket list to go.
100%.
So.
You can check the tape. Mark this for us. We will
Yeah,
100%.
you're there next year.
Next
Aw,
year.
thanks, guys.
1,000%.
Aw.
Yes. Oversight on our part. We thought you weren't going because you didn't want to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I figured that you had, you were like a master at this. You know what I'm saying?
never gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a real. Okay, we'll
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
She gonna be in heaven. Next year she gonna be like,
I'm
So-
gonna be that kid that's running around like, where do we go next?
Well, E3 is what was a fantastic experience. As always, I've been going for probably 15 years.
Holy crap!
I
thought you were like 28.
I know. Yeah, I started when I was 1.
Yeah.
And this is, it's our third in a row with my partner Akili that we went to three in a row, it was cool. Was it 2? 1, 2? Oh no, last year we were there. No, last year was 2 years in a row.
two in a row. I've been 3 times though.
It feels like 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So this year, let me ask you. So you've been. How did you feel about the overall experience in general, just in terms of presence and booths and
I wanna know.
How did you feel about it compared to last year and the year before?
I feel like it's difficult for me to like give a fair critique because of the reason why I'm there. Like I'm usually there working and developing content, so it's hard for me to really get the immersion of it all. But my instincts tell me last year was better. Like just in terms of just the energy, in terms of like what the activations were, it just seemed like a more fluid and just more more entertainment value. And I feel maybe like the releases were bigger last year. I don't know, but that's just my take with just going through E3. We were only there for 4 hours, so I didn't really get the full immersive aspect of it. But I do feel that I would say that last year was a big year because it was the first year that a lot of the games were actually on the new system. So
Yes.
I mean, I feel that was like a big year. But you could definitely tell like this year they've allowed more people to come that aren't in the industry, like just video game fans were there, and so I feel like that's a good. I think that's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. But yeah, I felt like it was definitely more foot traffic this year.
It's still not open to the public per se, but you did get a sense that there's more regular people there.
No, they give a certain amount of tickets to the public.
Oh, really? I didn't know
yeah,
that. Okay,
absolutely.
good. Okay, good. Because I felt like
They're
there's just
expensive, though.
Yeah, they're
like,
super expensive.
Real expensive. Because
Okay.
I've tried, and I'm just like, nope.
But this year they gave way more than any other year.
because I felt like there's some regular folks bumping around here.
But I agree with you, though, because as I was watching, the live events and stuff like that, I felt like last year there was just a lot of monumental things happening. I mean, even though I will say that a lot for video game wise, just like I feel like nostalgia is a big thing this year than it was last year. More like, hey, you have new games for new consoles. This is awesome. And then this year it's like, hey, now you do have those new consoles. Let's bring old games and make them better.
I disagree with both of you guys. Actually,
Really?
I thought this year was better than last year. I mean, look, to be fair, Kelly, you're right. Last year was about consoles. Last year was the year of the consoles.
Right.
The year it's Xbox One, it's PS4. So the way E3 is divided up, it's in the Los Angeles Convention Center. There's a North Hall and the South Hall, two giant facilities that are like 2 football fields each or some ridiculous amount. Giant facilities. Usually in the North Hall is all the consoles, and in the South Hall is where all the software, the games,
That makes sense.
and all the people are. So last year, the North Hall was popping. Like cracking. And Microsoft has a huge presence. Sony, huge presence. Nintendo, giant presence. And then you have some other stuff happening in there. This year, the presence was still there, but I feel like the booths were a little smaller. It felt like they're a little smaller. It felt like that because I say this because when you walk past, there's this one section where you walk in, and on the left you see this gigantic wall that's all green. I mean, it's really interesting.
Still have that?
No, yeah.
Okay.
So this year that's all Xbox. That's
Yeah.
the Xbox booth, and on the right it's a gigantic wall. It's all blue. It's a PlayStation. So you're walking down this hall, and it's like, which way do I go? What I'm saying is, on the other side of that, both those things, it was like cavernous back there. Did you get a chance to go back past there?
I did.
I just noticed
it was the same as the year before.
Is the same spot?
That's what I remember. Yeah.
Well, I just remember. Well, what I'm saying is, in that when you walked past that hallway, there was a lot of negative space. And I'm not saying that was maybe that wasn't maybe in my head the way I remember it. Microsoft took up more and PlayStation took up more, but there was like negative space in the I keep saying casino in the convention
You know what
floor.
he has on his mind. Right?
I know.
I will say.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry, I didn't see that in South Hall. There's no very little negative space in South Hall that I saw.
No,
It's full.
no. I will say though, I felt the year before how they activated in I'm getting the halls messed up now with the software hall.
That's
I
South.
felt like there was way more bigger activations. Like their presentation
This year?
last year was way more like in your face. Like, yo, we're doing some crazy stuff. This year it felt like okay. It felt like it was shrink down. To be honest to me.
Well, I want
Be
to
honest
unpack that because we can go release to release and unpack that. But going back to North Hall and the console and the situation, Nintendo was huge as always. PlayStation and Sony were doing their thing. But what was interesting is to see to the far right, you saw the presence of all the virtual VR stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
saw
all around, bro.
all
around in the whole room.
But in that room, I mean, like there was a whole. They're all around. The whole section. I counted like at least 5 or 6.
Oh yeah,
major.
I want to say it was like 10. Honestly,
Really?
I think so.
Okay, well, obviously Oculus Rift was the big one.
I saw video clips of I don't know if it was Oculus Rift or I don't know who it was, but it was someone who was strapped into this like it looked like a treadmill kind of thing, and
Yeah.
they were moving and actually walking.
That's
like,
Oculus.
Okay, that's
so
what I was
Oculus,
wondering.
and I saw this 2 years ago at Comic-Con. We demoed this, but when the technology was first available. But it's this rig they have, which is not a very practical rig unless you have a
crazy.
giant house. But it's this rig they have, which is like a treadmill size, but it's really
Right.
actually like a circular sort of trampoline
Yeah.
thing. And you're in it with no shoes. You're in it with your socks. And the
so
idea is
weird.
you're strapped in so you don't fall.
Yeah, well,
but
yeah.
when you're running, you're doing like the Running Man. You're sliding around. What happens is as you're running, like you move forward in the game.
Yeah.
And you twist. You can twist around 360 as a harness.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really dope. So you have the full gun, and you're running, physically running, twisting around, turning around, running this way, looking everywhere. It's
God,
pretty
it's
much full
gonna be
immersion.
crazy.
I will say, for me, that is the big ticket for me this year. It was,
Yeah.
it was the VR and the AR technology that they're going to drop. Obviously, and it's going to be a huge industry. But virtual reality, augmented reality, like you have the top 4 big dogs. You got Morpheus, you have Oculus, you have HTC and Samsung, and not just that. You saw a lot of other companies that were using the technology and just doing demos. So there's like at least 10 companies. I don't know all the names, but they're all doing demos where you put on the headset and you have this immersive experience, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah.
That seemed to be the thing. Like, I mean, at CES a couple years ago, the thing was 3D printing, and they were everywhere. And now this year, at CES, at E3, the thing is the VR technology and the AR technology.
Yeah, and not just the technology, the fact that they're opening
Hardware.
up to the consoles,
Right.
that you're able to connect to the to the PlayStation, to the Xbox, and be able to play the games with the virtual
Which
reality.
I'm
That's the
super
point
excited
for this
about, but I'm
year.
also super scared that it's going to cause. Like, I know how when the Wii first came out, everyone was super excited with the Wiimote and everything like that. But there was also a lot of people who weren't using like the safety precautions of a Wiimote, and they're just sitting there like breaking TVs and windows and stuff. So in my brain, I'm thinking of people with like Oculus Rift, and they're like that, like I said with the Hot Pocket commercial, where they're like, oh, dive, and they're like jumping on people, and it's like breaking lamps and stuff. I'm just like, this sounds awesome, but I feel like it's going to cause a lot of mayhem for a little bit. But I don't know if it's going to be open to the general public at one point. Or...
Well, you bring an interesting point, and just to clarify what you said, Keely, because it's an interesting point, is that the VR technology has been around. We saw Oculus at Comic-Con 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. I'm sorry, 3 years ago. But now, it's the ticket is you're seeing it connecting to the consoles, so which is fantastic.
It's gonna be so crazy.
But to your point, that's an excellent point, because a lot of these games, the whole point of the immersion is to be able to have the 360 view.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting in your chair on your couch, you're gonna look left and look right.
But you can't.
And you're not turning around. Maybe if you're driving, maybe. But the actual full realization of this is what you see in that rig, and they're playing things like. Oh my God, what's my game? Afterlife.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like,
no, they're playing things like Afterlife in the
that's
rig,
gonna be
which is,
crazy.
Afterlife. Obviously that game is 8-10 years old, but Afterlife
still.
in that rig is dope as hell.
I can just imagine if they had that and you played Halo 5, or Halo in general.
Halo's a
It's
perfect
just
one for that
crazy.
too. Halo,
Yeah.
but they didn't have that hooked up. But
no, of course.
or the new Doom, which we'll talk about in a second.
I think it's just interesting that, obviously, the majority of video games that are purchased are like shooter games or action games, and so think about what it will do to the psyche of the person.
No, I think it's
like
gonna be
when
great.
you're in this immersive environment and you're just killing, death.
Yeah, it's also
like
true.
I don't know. That's just my take.
But to further your point too is that especially with kids now, and not saying that video games ruin kids. I'm just saying that it's already hard enough to get kids' attention now with all the technology we have. With an Oculus Rift that your 360, you have headphones, whatever, it's gonna be so tough to
be
do.
comatose.
Yeah.
It came out in 5 days.
Right. Listen, when I play Forza, and I'm like for like a good 2 or 3 hours, and I jump in the whip, I'm like, I'm like trying to.
It's like
That
people
is
who
all
watch
bad.
Mad Max
It's
first.
all
And
bad.
it's just
It's
like,
really hard.
ready
So
to-
the idea of like walking, doing that, and killing. Oh, look, there's me in Doom. I got him.
Picture.
You got him?
He thought he was sneaking up on me, but I got
I'm
him.
so proud of you.
Anyway, no, but
That's so dorky.
so trust me, my dork was hanging way the
well,
F
no,
out.
obviously, as you
My
should.
dork was way hanging out on that, yesterday.
You said dork, I
I said
promise.
dork.
My
D-O-R-K,
the whole
dork.
the rhythm of that was
That's
just
what's up.
bad.
My dork was hanging out.
His dork
My
flag. He was talking
golly.
about his dork
Thank
flag.
you. My dork flag.
My golly.
My dork was out all of E3. I
My
walked around and my dork was
golly.
everywhere.
I mean, you didn't have to use the word hanging. I think that's what killed it for everybody.
Yeah.
Dork was hanging out.
Okay, my nerd was hanging out.
That
That's
also
the best one
doesn't
ever.
help.
That's the
It's
best one
fine.
ever.
All right.
Hashtag
Like geek?
Joe's dork was hanging out.
Hashtag
E3.
Joe's dork. All right. Anyway, so overall, I enjoyed the experience. I think that what I saw, I was really excited about the releases. They've been big deals about the releases. Akita, last thing to your point, I see what you're saying. I think that there was probably more display pieces, like you see. I don't know if that's up for only us, but me with the Doom situation, there's more giant displays last year,
yeah.
and real really a lot of stuff that you can sort of post pictures with and do that. They had a lot of that this year, but probably not as much. So is that what you're talking about, Keely? In terms of the
Absolutely.
presentation? Okay.
I feel like I don't know, and it's a skewed analysis because I didn't get to see the whole frontier.
That's also
Yeah.
true.
But like I felt just walking in and how it was unveiled, I felt last year they was going all out, balls in last year. This year was just like whatever, you know.
Dorks out, balls in.
Hey, I didn't say anything about mine. You're like,
Maybe I shouldn't go to E3. Apparently he just has his dork. People just have their dorks out and things. I just feel like it's a bad environment for me. But I wanted to know, of course, the big question. Did you guys think that Sony really hit it off this E3 or Microsoft or like?
So
I'm gonna pull the trigger first.
Go for
Based
it.
on what I saw and based on what I've read, I'm gonna say that Sony is the top dog this year.
I'm also on the same boat.
I'm a diehard Xbox guy.
I know you
I'm a
are.
diehard Xbox person. I ride really, really deep for Xbox and Xbox One. I own it.
Whoa, I ride really deep. What the hell, dog?
With my dork out.
Yo, you had the Oculus on. You had the Oculus on watching something, huh?
I can't right now.
My dork was out. I ride deep.
He's watching Game of Thrones. He's watching all the sex scenes.
Holy
that's happening.
smokes!
Anyway, you were saying.
I love Xbox
At least you didn't
One.
say right and dirty.
I love Xbox, but I must say I did spend some time on the PlayStation, and I was blown away. The games that I saw were phenomenal. There's two in particular, and one I cannot remember the name of to save my life, but it's sort of like an Alan Wake one.
Oh.
And it's like it's one of those ones where every move you make
I don't remember.
changes the outcome of
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
doing, and it's like butterfly flex and then it's full motion on your
Yeah, I can't
controller.
remember what it was.
And it looked like a movie.
I just feel like
And it was
Sony.
fluid like a movie, and it was very immersive. I did see
Yeah.
Uncharted.
What did you think?
I mean, that's a game. Like Sony's got original games that.
Yeah.
I mean, Microsoft does too. Obviously, Microsoft's
Yeah, of
got
course.
they've got Halo among other things, but
Yeah.
Forza. But like, man, it really for the first time in I don't know 20 years,
True.
I was like, maybe I should get a PlayStation. I really think I'll get a PlayStation 4.
I mean, I just feel like I'm not saying that either was better or anything like that. I just felt that Sony with their games this E3, I feel like they're really again bringing out the nostalgia factor and just really amping it up. Like just they're throwing in, like I said, Final Fantasy VII and Uncharted 4 and just all that kind of stuff. I feel like they're giving you the games that you love and then just throwing in better graphics in there,
Yeah.
which is good because that's usually every complaint for everybody.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like Microsoft is just kind of, or Xbox, I feel like, Project Morpheus, there you go.
Right.
That I feel like Xbox is more just trying to make it user friendly.
Right.
That's what I feel like that they were banking on. Like as soon as they revealed Xbox 360 games can be played on Xbox One, everybody lost their damn minds.
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah.
So I think that they both have perks, but I'm more excited for Sony games than I am for.
I agree.
For
It seemed like even the marketing of it.
Yeah,
of it
true.
all, I felt like even online at the trailers and stuff, it seemed like
Yeah.
Sony was going hard this year, like really trying to up the game. Like because we always talk about on the show how it's a race between Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation and who's gonna win in sales or whatever. And so I feel like man, they're trying to like sneak in a couple jabs. You know what I'm saying?
Especially since, they had the huge leak that came out this year and stuff. I feel like they're not playing catch up, but I feel like they're trying to make it show like, hey, even though this happened, we're still giving you good content, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that the other thing I noticed about the Sony and all their, I think, well, the two things. The first thing is just flat out Sony. I mean, PlayStation has just there are more releases, more games. You said it, more games. Like Xbox One, I love Xbox One, but God,
I can't remember
We're
anything.
approaching the time, Christmas, and we're approaching the time when the releases are coming.
Black
coming out.
Friday and everything.
I've got like 6 games
Exactly.
for Xbox that are Xbox games. Obviously, Halo's a big deal, great. And there's like they had to make another Destiny, which I'm excited about. But it's that's what you got. Destiny 2. Like Destiny 1 just came out, so like it's they're really, I don't know, I feel like they're really struggling to come out, whereas PlayStation has got titles. You walk into a GameStop, the Xbox section is like this, the PlayStation 4 section is like
It's
triple the
huge.
size.
Yeah.
And so that's a concern for me.
Yeah.
But But when you look at the race, you look at the numbers.
That's
It's
also very
still
true.
even. It's
Yeah.
still kind of even. So
I
that
feel-
says a lot, though. That you have more ammunition, but you're not winning the war.
Yeah, because
I feel like they're always going to be even. As much as it hurts because I love Sony and I do love Xbox, but Sony will always be just a little higher for me, just with nostalgia and some other stuff. But like, I just feel that it doesn't matter what they put out or whatever. I feel like the number-wise they'll always be better, but the fans on their own sections will always be one or the other. The extremes are just there.
Right.
So I don't know.
Here's the other piece. When I'm over in the South Hall and I'm at Ubisoft and I'm at Bethesda and I'm at EA.
I thought they did good this
I'm at
year.
all these places. Every time I go to demo a game, guess what system it is? PlayStation.
Yeah.
Every I'm like,
single
oh right,
time.
Madden. Wait, what's this controller?
Yeah.
And then,
I-
all
I
right,
noticed
Battlefront.
that. I
Wait,
noticed
what's
that
this
too.
controller?
I noticed
Yeah.
that too.
You know.
Why do you guys posit that is?
Well, that's Alexa's question because I'm so anti-PlayStation. I'm like,
Well,
they just hating. But
No,
that's not-
I don't know about that.
that's wrong.
I feel like it's strange because I didn't know that. If I was there, I probably would have been like, that's kind of weird. Why don't we have a good balance of it? I just feel that I don't know what it is about PS4. Not to throw out I'm gonna retract that statement because I was gonna say something really dirty. But like, but the fact that I just feel just graphic wise, I played on my Xbox One and on other friends' Xbox Ones, and I played on PlayStation 4. I can just tell the difference. I love the Xbox One controller, but for some reason, PlayStation 4 is just easier to pick up. I've just noticed it with
Yeah.
people who've never played video games.
The controller for me is a game killer. I'm so it's like going to UK and driving on the wrong side of the road.
Exactly.
When I pick up that controller, I can't. I'm
You're
an
like,
idiot.
It's like backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I can't do it.
Yeah, so I just feel like as much as Xbox One, just with I think technology-wise, when it comes to just like not family-friendly, but just the fact of like Xbox do this, Xbox do that, you don't really need to use your controller as much, which is cool. I really like that.
Yep, I love it.
PlayStation
Man.
4 is not good at that, but again, you can give a newcomer a PlayStation 4 controller, they will figure it out within
man.
5 minutes.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll
Microsoft
figure it out.
Yeah.
Sure,
I'm
well,
not saying that you're a child though.
2
You're just
minutes.
you're just,
Microsoft
you're
is
awesome.
Microsoft, and it's Sony's electronics and they do their thing on hardware, but Sony's known for more consumer electronics, whereas Microsoft is known for for computers and business and
Exactly,
everything else.
yeah.
So I would like to think that I don't know that Microsoft will have a better
I
handle
think
on
that's
that
so
stuff.
strange that they didn't have a balance of using the Xbox One.
Well,
and
I think
PlayStation.
it's not about having a balance.
But
or
think about it like this. Think about it from a marketing perspective. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, "Yo, we'll drop you this amount of money if you only
Maybe.
enforce,
Yeah.
our controllers."
It's either
Smart.
that, so that's what I hope it is. But I
Yeah.
think it's that. But what I'm afraid it is that if I'm the developer, because it's like, and I'm given to show my new game
Right.
at the best way possible with the best user friendly way, I get two choices. I'm going to choose PlayStation. That says a lot as a
Yeah,
developer
that's true.
because I've developed on both platforms. I have an Xbox One version and I have a PlayStation version.
Yeah.
But to show this, I'm going to show it on PlayStation.
does that? I mean, think about it. Most of the people that are going there are buyers. Does that really matter? They care about the game. If the game is cool, if it looks dope, if the story's dope, if the graphics are awesome.
I'm there to play
They don't
it.
care about which controller they're using.
That's also true.
When I left the Microsoft booth and walked over to go play some games, and I
Yeah.
couldn't. Every game I played was like,
But you're not gonna be like, man, forget this game. I'm not gonna buy it because
I'm gonna kill it when I get the right controller.
Yeah, that's usually how
That's
that
true.
works.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I guess the point is, and we'll go along on this, but like it gave me another thing that gave me pause about. Well, maybe
so
I got the wrong
weird.
system.
so you can't. So you went yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Did you see Kanye?
I did not see Kanye.
Yeah, he was in the
yesterday.
building.
Was he there?
really?
Yeah, Kanye West is in the
snap.
building.
Was he
Yeah.
interrupting people at the?
I just read a quick article on it. I didn't know he was there.
No, I mean, I missed
Oh.
him. People,
I've heard
there's a
that
big
he's a
commotion,
pretty-
but I thought it was because I was there.
Oh,
People
word,
followed
word,
me
word,
around.
It's
word.
usually because you're there. I'm surprised that
Because you had your dork out.
Yeah, exactly. While the dork was out.
Maybe Kanye had it out too. That's why. But no, I just feel like I've heard things that the fact that Kanye might be a pretty big video game player, but I don't know what kind of video game player Kanye West would
Yeah.
be. He seems like a sports guy. That's just me throwing
Kanye's
it
a
out there.
nerd.
I've heard he's a super
I
nerd.
see Kanye like with both systems,
Yeah.
like stacked up games, like
Yeah.
I just see that.
Your boy Cisco was there.
Oh, my boy Cisco.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, Cisco was there?
Cisco was there.
What was Cisco doing?
Why you stuttering? Don't get all bashful now.
Cisco?
No.
Was that what he was doing?
Huh?
Was he
Cisco is not my boy ever. Although I did like Drew Hill, But since
Reelz
no.
awesome. I'm sorry.
Hey, but I seen him. I seen him there. And
That's
he was
so
chopping
crazy.
it up. He was doing
Wow.
an interview.
Did
and
he
was
also
just
have his dork
sounded
out?
very, very intelligent.
But we did see Dwayne Wayne. We did see Kenny Parson. Like,
I heard about that. I
yeah.
heard there was a lot of celebrities
Yeah.
at E3 this year.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
That's very
A lot of people like
interesting.
not on the exclusive media. Like people just walking the floor.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like just hanging out. Like
'Cause
and people there not to be seen, but really I got to go to check this out. I don't miss E3. There's people who are there, like a lot of athletes.
Yes, I
tons
heard
and
there's a
tons
lot
and tons
of
of athletes,
athletes there.
tons of actors, like
Very
people just
interesting.
kind of kicking it. Like
Right.
it was great.
I heard,
Yeah.
but I didn't hear much about that last year or the year before that about celebrities. Being
I
there.
see. I mean,
It's normal.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
normal. The
I
pre-
would
the
figure that
presence
it is,
grows,
but
yeah.
press-wise, there was a lot of talk about it, which I thought was really interesting.
Well, I think it's a function of there's more press. There's more.
That's also very true.
In terms of the internet, the coverage of E3
I
now.
mean,
Yeah.
they dropped the notice saying that this. I mean, out of all these, obviously because of where we are technologically,
course, yeah.
social media numbers were through the roof.
Yeah.
Instagram tweets, Facebook
Yeah, my
posts.
feed
yeah.
was just covered with E3 news. It
And
was
then-
crazy.
Well, and then also like you have all the like the thing that we could talk about is the proliferation of all of these outlets have these giant sections there. So
Yeah, I
whether
was gonna ask
it's IGN
about that.
or YouTube or
Which I feel like that they should be there
I
because
mean, giant like full studios.
Really?
Like running live content, streaming like 3 camera setups.
yeah, I was
multi-cam,
watching a lot of that.
live
Multi-cams, like
streaming.
live switcher, like
That's
ESPN
awesome.
style, and they're all over.
That's so cool.
like a few years ago, you'd see like 1
Yeah.
or 2. I mean, there's probably about 12 this year.
That's why I love everything that has to do with the video game industry. There's always something. And
Yeah.
I feel like not just because of the fact of what they're doing, it's just that it can cause other corporations and other businesses to grow as the video game industry grows as well.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's really cool.
I mean, to that point, I feel like video games are more valuable than any other form of media because you get an instant gratification.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
also
make
very
a
true.
decision and you get something back, and not just that. Like it helps. I mean, I'm new to this game. I'm
That's
new to this
okay.
world,
That's
guys.
okay.
But thinking how a person designed the game as you're playing the game, like that just adds to your intelligence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why I like video games is because it's a lot of parents will say, oh, it's just mindless, you're just shooting things. But no, I've talked to kids who play Call of Duty, Halo, whatever, and they talk to about like, oh, I really liked the graphic of when he jumps from this mountain to this
right.
mountain.
It's teaching
I
you
can see
decision making, strategy, all
Yeah,
those things.
like I was playing Dragon Inquisition recently because someone's never played it before, and just literally he stopped in the middle of the game, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he just did a full 360 of just the map and just admiring just the clouds, mountains, and
I do
how
that a
far
lot.
it goes.
I do that.
It's
I do that in
crazy.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is a beautiful game.
I'm also excited for the new Tomb Raider coming out.
Okay, so let's get into some games.
Well, I
Go
got
ahead.
before you do that,
Yeah.
I got one for you. Just, I mean, because you were there 2 days. Do you feel that this year more than ever that we saw more African Americans that were in positions of?
Oh, that was my next question.
You know what I'm saying? Either as a developer, either as an illustrator, or either as marketing, some aspect of the video game industry. Did you see more?
Yes, for sure. Yes,
That's cool.
I feel like that's growing. I feel like that we have always been there as consumers. I mean, we we play video games. We play them. We've been playing them for a long time. I think that now you're starting to see on the developer side, in high level, at a high level, and even in the illustrator show, we interviewed a brother who's who was who's a comic book guy, DC illustrator who's converted over to video games and has done some stuff.
What's his name?
His name is.
It was dope because he was drawing something in
I'll tell
real
you.
time,
Yeah.
but like, and then the people were playing behind him, demoing the game, and
Yeah.
like, so that you play a round of the game, and then it'll be like a illustration come up, and so he's responsible for
That's awesome.
designing all those
I wanted
illustrations.
to ask that because I've noticed as cons have come throughout the years and things like Comic-Con, WonderCon, Anime Expo, things like that, I'm starting to find more African American or just minorities in general artists, and it's really cool because I get to find them. Like I know this, I can't remember the guy's name on the top of my head.
Ryan
which I'll tweet out.
Benjamin.
Ryan. Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, Ryan Benjamin is my guy.
Yeah.
Ryan Benjamin's the artist at DC Warner. He just
That's
hit me up on
super cool.
LinkedIn. Except,
Look at that social media doing its thing.
Yeah, no, he's a DC artist who is now in the video games.
Yeah, like I was saying, I can't remember this guy's name off the top of my head. I will find it and I will tweet it out and everything like that. But he draws a lot of like Batman Beyond and that kind of things, and he at first was just doing it just as a livelihood. Now I think he actually works for DC somewhere within the lines of being like a colorist or an illustrator, and I think that's awesome. And I get to after meeting him, he's introduced me to other people who've done other things in animation and stuff, and it's just really cool. And that's what I wanted to know as a person who didn't get to go to E3, if we got to see more of of a black and brown perspective,
absolutely,
out there in the video game world.
I feel similar to the sports industry as at least relates to like our community. Like a lot of us think, all I could do is play ball, but there's so many other things that you could do in the sports industry. So many other jobs and fields, and same thing with the gaming industry. All I can do is play video games. No, or all I could be is a developer. There's so many other things that you can be in the fold of the industry, under the umbrella of the industry. And so seeing all that stuff at E3 gives you that broad perspective that there's so much opportunity, especially since this industry is bigger than the movie industry.
Yeah,
you know
seriously.
So it's a quick hit back to you. You weren't there, but best
Thanks
display.
for rubbing it in.
Sorry, best display.
Oh man, you put him
Best
in
booth.
It's difficult, man. It's difficult for me. Like
That you saw, where you're like, oh, okay, shoot, they're doing it.
I would have to say it was Oculus in the hardware room.
That's cool.
Really?
Based on what I saw in the hardware room, what would you say?
In the hardware room? I mean, what about Nintendo in the hardware room? Nintendo's always popping. I mean,
their stage look clean.
Look, PlayStation and Xbox
Well,
are
they're on a whole
giant.
different level.
But Nintendo is as big as those two. But they have they're so true to their brand. So it's very fun. I'm not a Nintendo guy at all, but their brand is so strong with some of the fun and the colors.
Oh,
and it's massive.
It's very kid friendly now.
I agree with
That's
you.
in that side.
Their presentation was good.
Right.
In terms of the software, I would say I like Ubisoft. I just like how they designed. Like you can enter in different areas.
Good design.
Yeah, it's good design. Like how they position the different games in their portfolio. I think it's just dope how they do that.
So Ubisoft had, they had.
I was gonna ask
each,
about that.
So they had each of their games. Their booth was like a giant area with these
almost
large
like
pillars.
like a cross.
With these large pillars. So
Okay.
each pillar represented a game. So it'd be in this pillar, it's like Ghost Recon,
Pillars,
and this pillar is
dance.
Assassin's Creed.
I was gonna ask
you
you,
know?
did they bring the Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
back?
they did. This
course they
pillar
did.
was
dance game.
Rainbow Six, and then the dance game. So you
cool.
walk into the pillar, like a castle pillar, and then you can
Jeez.
demo the game in there and play. It's like a
What?
theater. And then in the middle,
And the crew, they had the crew in there too.
yes,
That's awesome.
exactly. In the middle was this giant stage where they did the Just Dance. So they
Yeah, I
had
was
these giant
gonna ask
performances
about that.
where they would all dance, and it was pretty dope. So I do like that display as well. My favorite, because I think E3 is very consistent. Not E3, I'm sorry, EA. They're always very consistent.
I do love EA.
When you walk in, they're the giant screen, but they're the same every year. They don't change this.
Oh, that makes me sad. Well, if it ain't broke, I guess.
Yeah, you walk in, they have giant screens. They're the biggest presents. They have giant, upstairs, downstairs, private rooms, champagne rooms, stripper pole. They got the whole.
Whoa, what?
He went to the dark room.
I
had nothing to do with
that.
that.
But Madden has its
dare
own
you.
area, so, and then we got big games. So Battlefront, Madden.
Yeah,
Every year they've got a big title, so
course.
it's EA. But it was great to see the return of Rock Band. And so Rock Band.
I am so excited for Rock Band.
Look, we played Rock Band, and Rock Band had a great display because, for me, I liked it because they had the giant, they had the individual, they had a bunch of pods where you play the game, but they were all set up like stages.
Yeah.
So two people can play, but they're facing out towards the crowd as you're playing.
That's so cool.
And let's go. And then there's smoke, and there's
Whoa.
pyrotechnics, and there's
What?
girls, and then you're playing, and it's crazy. So we did that.
That's-
What we say, Keely?
Oh,
You were rocking out with your.
I was running out with my dork out.
man, this is just an ongoing theme that's happening. Why is... wait, nope. I was going to say where there's no pictures, and I was like, nope, I'm glad.
I have to say this. We went with a mutual friend, Ryan Hollins, and
Yeah.
they were having a blast on this game. They really thought they were rock stars. Like,
Oh,
they
that's
really had the
awesome.
smoke and everything.
Yeah, when you get up there and the crowd, you look at the crowd, and I'm like, are you ready to rock?
Oh, shut
I have my
up.
hand up in the air.
Like these dudes ran out the tunnel.
Yeah, they introduce you. They run you out with a bunch of girls out of the tunnel. There's smoke.
Oh
you come
my
out. You're
God.
immersed in the stage, and it's great. It's really fun.
Wait a minute. Didn't another Guitar Hero come out?
That's what. Did I think about Guitar Hero?
No,
Or
no,
is it
no.
Rock Band?
No,
Oh, that was Rock Band.
No,
It's
it's
Rock
Rock
Band.
Band.
Okay, okay.
I've seen pictures, but I
Okay.
didn't know what was actually happening. I
Okay.
thought there was like an actual person that was making
No,
all
no.
this noise. But no, I was hearing. I was like, oh man, Guitar Hero just failed on that point.
Oh,
of Rock Band
no.
sitting there over there.
That was my favorite because I think that was it's interactive and it's
That's really
presentation. And
cool.
even though it had multiple versions of those stage, so
Right.
the whole thing was great. But that was my
so awesome.
And I think I don't know. I think runner up would have to be. I don't even have a runner up. I think. Well, we said it. Ubisoft. I agree.
Good for them. I'm glad that they changed it up.
Okay, so games. Let's get into games for it to get out of here. I have my highlights. I played some things I'm very happy to play.
Why don't you do it like this? What would you buy?
Yeah, that's a good one.
What would
I
you
like
buy?
That.
What would I buy that I
Yeah,
played?
that you've seen.
Or what that you saw?
Oh, that
or
I saw.
played?
A lot. Well, I think of all the things that I saw. I mean, I saw Halo 5, so I'm buying. That's 100% buy.
Well, yeah.
Halo 5 is
You
going to
played
be. No, we had. It was a demo. I
Okay.
didn't get that's to play it.
Okay.
They weren't
Right.
doing that.
Gotcha.
They were. They had an extended like preview.
Trailer, right.
Yeah.
You, no, not you. You go in. You know,
okay.
and by the way. Some of these previews, Call of Duty being one,
Yeah.
Halo being another.
The cinematography aspect of it?
No, I'm talking about getting in the actual demo. Mad Max is another. Like,
I heard the Mad Max game is supposed to be crazy.
it's crazy, but here's another thing about E3. So they have these demos, these rooms where you go in, and you have to queue up like for a long time
for a
to get in,
long line.
or you sign up, and then it's always sold out, broken out. So I was there for the last thing of the day.
Look at you.
And there were. It was like trying to get into live in Miami. It was trying to get in the club. People were like, "I got to let me. I work for. I'm the CEO of the blah." And I was like, "I'm sorry, man. No, sorry. Like I got like, velvet rope, dude. People were like mad, like trying to get in just to see. Halo. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Like people were really
very
angry.
funny.
Like I go to the guy.
It's
like,
funny because we just walked up and went right into the
well, of
club.
course. I know. We kept
no
doing that.
way.
But guys, Apple's like, I'm sorry, I don't have you here, sir. I don't have you. He's like, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy. He's like, Jimmy, I don't have you. If you sit over there, tomorrow we open early. If you get here early tomorrow, you might get here an hour early. He's like in a suit.
That sucks.
That was a lot. So Halo, but in all the ones I saw, Halo was the most like that. So people, I gotta tell you, Halo 5 is.
I heard it's just gorgeous.
I mean,
absolutely gorgeous.
But the multi, what they're doing with the giant sandbox multiplayer thing.
Yeah, which is going to be out of this world.
I mean,
It's
they
gonna
kind
be
of did
so
that with
good.
Halo 4 with the
Yeah.
24 on 24, but this
Yeah,
one,
but it's not. It wasn't very good though.
I know it was fun. I like the 24 on 24.
No,
We
it
only
was-
had multiple maps, but this open sandbox world of 24, of like 50 on 50 and like
crazy.
craziness. That's nuts. And then micro games within that world is like that's I don't understand
Yeah,
that.
people are going to lose days
Yeah,
of their lives.
days of
to
like
this.
this,
Yeah,
in
it's not-
campaigns,
no,
embedded.
yeah.
I've been embedded behind this rock for 14 hours. It's like people are gonna go nuts. Anyway,
So Halo 5 is, is a
Halo
definite
5.
yes.
My next one that I'm freaking out about really, really hard, and I did play this, and I played this, I went in line twice to play it,
Jeez.
is Battlefront.
I heard it was very good at
It
E3.
looks amazing.
Okay.
And it turned out, I didn't see story mode, I played in like battle mode.
Yeah.
To be able to walk around and shooting stormtroopers in these beautifully rendered
I'm
Star
so
Wars. I mean, for a
excited.
nerd like me, Star Wars nerd, in these beautifully rendered Star Wars environments,
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to walk around and with all the Lucas
So
sounds.
are you saying that's a buy?
That's a buy.
Okay.
I'm buying that. I'm buying Halo. Mad
Oh,
Max.
look at
that was me.
you.
Yep, that was me. Battlefront.
Oh,
Yep.
you're adorable.
You missed me go. Pow!
Oh,
And knock them both out. They didn't get that one. But so that's a buy. Doom.
really?
I've never been a Doom guy.
I was gonna say.
I would never buy that.
I know.
Never been
no.
a Doom guy.
No.
But actually, I take that back. That might not be a buy.
That's not a buy.
No,
that's
I
not
was
a
gonna
buy.
say. I
That's
was
not a
like,
buy.
really?
But it's
You
not a buy.
went on record saying that.
Yeah,
too.
you're right.
No,
that's
no,
not, that's
no,
not
no.
a buy. That's not
it's
a buy.
okay.
You're right. I'm sorry. So those two, I gotta say for me, Rainbow Six is a buy.
Really?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm a big Rainbow Six guy. So
Okay,
the
that makes sense.
Rainbow Six on the next generation on Xbox
gonna
One
be
and PS4,
pretty
it
bananas.
looks crazy. And then last but not least, Mad Max. It's beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful game. Looks fantastic. That's a used.
Okay.
But I'm gonna
That's
get
a
it.
used?
I'm gonna get it. But that's a used. Call of
Brand
Duty.
new material.
Call of Duty. It's a must.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And then I think that's it.
no Uncharted.
No Batman.
Well, Batman's coming out.
Batman.
pretty soon,
I'm not deep into the Batman
Yeah.
franchise, so
good.
and that's coming out
That's
Tuesday.
that's a buy for me.
And so
You said it is.
that's a buy for you,
Buy
right?
for me,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I'm waiting,
I
though.
understand, but I'm just so it's like being behind, like being 3 seasons behind on Breaking Bad. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
I hear ya.
I'm only in season 3, but
Yeah.
like so I'm behind that franchise, but I recognize it as dope.
So no Uncharted 4 then?
I have to buy the system first.
Nope.
Oh, that's
nope.
right.
NBA 2K.
NBA 2K.
Okay.
Brother.
The NBA 2K looked amazing, and in fact, NBA 2K looked way better to me than the EA thing. Like, man, look, EA's got the football down with Madden, but I think 2K has really taken the reins on the
No,
basketball
I think
side.
that they've just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
In general.
Play sports games?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very good at Madden though, but I'm good
Fallout
at 2K.
4. Fallout 4 looks amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
if
you
you're
about
a
that.
Fallout person, Fallout 4 looks
looks just
amazing.
great.
And but it's like, I mean, you want to talk about a time suck? It's like you can
Yeah.
do. No, I'm saying a time suck. Yes, a time suck.
Achilles'
yeah.
facial expressions, iTunes listeners,
like,
you need to watch the
I mean,
video.
you guys are familiar with Fallout. I mean,
So
it's
good.
everything. It's like you walk up and it's like, would you like to drink the
Dork
cup?
out,
How would you like to
suck
drink?
deep. What's happening?
All right, sorry. Anyway, it feels like
The adjectives are just on
any game that
point.
you saw that you'd buy.
Well, being that I've only bought one game in my whole career,
I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it.
I definitely would like to play, or I would definitely buy the Halo for sure.
Nice.
Pretty much all the shooting games, the Rainbow Six, all the killer games.
They all look really
I'm
good.
in there. I'm in there.
Okay.
So
What were you? Go ahead. You done?
that's
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's it.
What were you excited about?
I'll buy the Oculus.
What do you want to know?
If I had the money, I would definitely get an Oculus because it just sounds super cool. I had that
the club with
weird.
it.
I don't know if it was
Join the living room.
Samsung or
Try to
whatever,
join.
where you had they actually gave out from the Insidious one. They had the box that you put on top of your phone and you look at. That was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Definitely going to do Halo 5, Uncharted 4. These are definite buys.
Oh, sorry, Tomb Raider.
Yes,
Tomb Raider's a yes.
Tomb Raider's a definite buy
Gorgeous.
for me. Oh, now I'm forgetting stuff. Final Fantasy 7, just because I'm a huge fan of Final
Snooze.
Fantasy. Because I know
Snooze.
it depends on the person. Final Fantasy 7 was my favorite Final Fantasy, so that has to happen. Doom is
It
more
never
of a
is
borrow.
the Final Fantasy,
No,
is it?
it never is. No, it's never gonna happen.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. Sorry.
Yeah, and last but not least, Doom is a maybe.
Okay.
Just because, again, I actually have Doom in my PC at home.
All
So-
great games. We're gonna get out of here, but I wanted to get out of here on a couple things. The first thing
Yes.
is, I think we did get some swag. Bethesda gave us some cool pins, and we also have NBA 2K16, the Spike Lee coin. Spike Lee is the
That's so
is a
cool.
narrative. Is very cool. We've got it's good for a Ruby 2K15 card featuring Stephon Curry, Antoine Davis, and James Harden. So. We got a special code here. Alexis will do her thing and we'll give those out to folks.
Yeah, of course. If you we'll do for the pins, we'll have if you share, leave a comment on there, and of course I will pick one just from random there. And then for the NBA 2K16, if you retweet our tweet when I put out the live event later on today. You guys can do that as well. So I will pick one. Also, don't forget, I'm getting a new loot crate this month. So probably either next
crate?
week or the week after that. It's for cyber. So it's all robotics and all that kind of stuff, kind of theme. So like Terminator, Transformers, all that good stuff. So
I'll be back.
yeah. So there's that as well.
Cool. Oh, one last thing, Akili, what's your favorite Beyonce song, sir?
What?
my favorite,
I already know what it is.
My favorite Beyonce song.
Yeah,
what
I
you
know what
talking
it
about,
is.
Mike?
I know what it is.
What you talking about,
I'll tell you
Mike?
what it is. It's Halo, Halo,
You got it?
Halo.
You got blessed?
Halo.
You got blessed?
That's for you, sir.
Man, watch out now.
I can cross that off my list
That's
now.
for you. That's
Watch out
That's
now.
the one. That's the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
I've
so
been,
it
I've
has
been promising
all,
you.
It has all the
I've been
Halos
promising
on
you
it.
for that for 3 months.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much.
Holy shit. Man.
Halo.
Oh, my
Anyway,
word.
that's
Yeah,
that.
dog. All right, my man.
You need to
You
give
know,
me a review
I told
though
you.
when you play it so far of your
Okay.
first week of playing it.
Okay,
If you
well,
play it for the whole
I'm
week.
probably not going to play till next month, so.
We'll give it back then. Anyway.
That's not how game protocol works.
All right, let's get up out of here. E3 is success. It was wonderful. I don't know. I will say that, before we get out, I will ask to say about our podcast. Our podcast one survey, we've been doing those. We love hearing from you. So please do it. We do a listener survey at podcast1.com. Just check it out, podcast1.com, do the survey. Just take like a couple minutes and help us, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yep.
Helps us get some feedback on what's happening in our industry and what we can do to help you guys out. We're teaming with Podcast One on this one, so check that out when you can.
If you're having a hard time looking through Podcast One, or if you can't find the survey, I have the link, so I will tweet it out. So somebody send me a tweet or Facebook message, whatever, smoke signal, and I'll send you guys the link as fast as I can.
Cool. Kelishan, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Akilisshine, AKILISHINE. You don't want me in this, bruh.
I'm getting you so you can
Catch
practice.
the fade, bruh. Catch the fade.
No.
You too. Nobody's safe.
I gave it to you so you can practice. Start, Halo 4 is where you need to be. Where can we find you?
You can find me all over the interwebs as atorres890. Also follow me on my vlogs and periscopes at the same place, youtube.com/atorres890, where I also do movie and game reviews, and Periscope just to hang out with me.
Okay, cool. I'm Joe Braswell. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and the Scope
With his dork out.
you don't know what's gonna happen on the Scope.
Oh gosh.
There are some Periscopes up from
Don't
E3
follow
with
him.
me and Ryan Hollins and some other folks, but at Joe K Braswell, all three, and also here at our sister network AfterBuzz doing what do I do? Doing
Hannibal.
Hannibal, thank you.
And
True Detective.
That's so sad,
Thank
but I
you
know
very
that you
much,
can also
Alexis.
follow me at Sense8 and Tough.
That's it. That's all we got. Thanks, Marissa, for doing your thing.
You're
and
amazing.
We'll see you guys all next week.
Bye.
All right.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.